It was as simple as a Google search. That's how it was. I felt my daughter needed a tutor, so I just put tutoring services in Cambridge, and Excelr8 came up. I came to see them, was suitably impressed, and signed her up. It's a difficult one for me to answer exactly because I'm not in the school and I can only get feedback from the teachers and from my daughter. However, from the gut feel I get is that at school, the pupil, and certainly my daughter, got a bit lost in the system. You've got 35 children in the class. Here, we've got 4 or 5. It's much more individually tailored to the child's needs. I believe that there is a good understanding. One of the big reasons is that I was able to talk to the 2 tutors that my daughter had, and impress on them the reasons why I wanted her here, but also to be able to give feedback from the homework that she got from her school to enable Excelr8 to tailor the tutoring service to her specific needs. Well, it was helpful in the sense I didn't really know at what level my daughter was. All I knew was I had a suspicion that she wasn't where she should be. So the free lesson, if you like, gave a starting point, and then we could again tailor her needs to what was required. Well, they certainly are enthusiastic. Again, we had 2 really, basically 1 for English and 1 for maths. I got feedback at the end of every session as to what had been, what they'd gone through in that particular session, and there was never any issues. It was, and they listened to me as well, and which was important. And I didn't feel I was just a number, and I didn't feel my daughter was a number either. No, it was good. I've seen an exponential growth in her confidence since she started at Excelr8. If I had to say one thing that she's gained out of this whole program that she's been through at Excelr8, it would be a huge increase in confidence that has meant that she feels able to tackle subjects and areas that she didn't feel comfortable with at the beginning. At the end of every session, whoever the tutor is sits down with every parent and goes through what the student has been through at that particular session. It's helpful in the sense that you know what they're being taught or shown at that particular session, and in essence they say to you that they, because there's a lot of computer lessons going on as well, and if they've done 3 or 4 different subjects during that session, there will be a score for each subject. So for instance, they'll say they did this, and they got 8 out of 10, they did this, they got 25 out of 30, or whatever it is. But again, I could see at the beginning, when we started this, the scores were relatively low. After the end of our particular period, you could see they'd gone right up, and it was just amazing. And so the feedback was useful in the sense that you could actually see what she's doing and see some results, which you don't really get at school. Well, obviously, and Excelr8, because you're getting feedback after every session, it's inevitable you're going to get more. It's better than the school, because you don't get that. You don't get to see a teacher every day. You just don't. So the only time you get any real feedback from school is parent-teacher consultations every quarter, and maybe the year-end report, unless you identify an issue where you go and request a session with the teacher or the head. So it's much better informed, and you can actually see what's going on. So. I would recommend Excelr8 100%. In fact, I already have. One of my daughter's friends started here a couple of weeks ago. I think if you, as a parent, have got any concerns that your child is falling behind, or indeed just needs an extra boost, I couldn't recommend Excelr8 high enough. Just do it.